Hey, welcome to Nightwave Radio with Buster and
Oops.
Christina White. How you doing tonight?
Um. Okay, I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Uh. Okay, I can't. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see here. Oops.
Oops, you logged out. Oh, that's the greatest thing about going live, folks. Let's see if she gets back in here. There we come. She's coming
Okay.
back in. There you are.
My husband called in.
Oh, okay. That's
So
okay.
yeah. Oh my God. I told him I was doing an interview and he called in. So that's fun.
Hey, going live, everything happens. Trust me. That's why you see me grabbing my phone earlier and cutting the ringer off because it might ring. So,
Oh my Lord.
and it'll wake up the dead if it rings. Hey,
I called him. I know he is. So, anyways, hi.
hi. Getting back to the music and stuff. How's everything going for you? Songwriting and stuff.
Well, songwriting is actually my favorite.
I can't hear you now.
Can you hear me?
No, it sounds like it's something over the mic.
Oh my goodness. Ah. Can you hear me now?
Now that's clear.
Okay, good, awesome. So what I was saying, like songwriting for me, it came back very easy and natural to me, and I think maybe it's because I have dyslexia, and sometimes I have the hardest time expressing myself just in the conversation. So since I love music so much, I would actually put that, in. It just makes it easier for me in so many ways. Um, However, like growing up, like doing interviews for jobs and stuff like that, I couldn't exactly like bring my guitar or just start singing to them about why I was
Right.
qualified for the job. So
Well, talking about Oklahoma earlier. You from Oklahoma?
yes.
How's it different from being in Tennessee to here?
Oh my gosh, so different. I don't even know where to start. Yeah, that's a huge city, and this is all country.
Right.
So definitely a culture shock, and it doesn't matter if I grew up here or live up there, it's still so different. um you got a fast pace of living in Nashville. You got all the big city lights and everything. It never sleeps. Then you come back to Oklahoma and everything is sleeping.
True.
And the only good thing about it is you actually can catch your breath when you're in Oklahoma. You're
Right.
able to catch your breath. Um, but if you're always on the go like me and you have to have something to do, you get pretty restless very easily.
Okay.
But
Uh,
but we have family here too, so
right. I was going to say you have family here. So living here in Oklahoma and songs and stuff. Have you put any songs out about your hometown or?
actually I have. The first time I actually moved to Tennessee, I spoke with somebody about my music career, and they asked me why'd you get started, or I'm not really sure where the conversation went or how it started, but I said, along the lines, Oklahoma is where I learned to dream. And I wrote my first song. It was recorded at Tate Music Group.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and I believe I still have that somewhere. I'm not sure. Or I know that they have the rights to the music, so I'll have to look into that. But yeah, I've come a long way since this dream first started for me.
Right. So I think we was talking yesterday about how you got started in the music and stuff.
Yeah. So okay, this is crazy, but I'm pretty sure I skipped a few generations. My mom is not into music at all, so she's supportive of my dreams. But when I talk about it, she's like, "Okay," you know. But her dad, which is my grandpa, he actually went to Nashville. he got to play at the Ryman. He wrote a country tune that stayed on the charts for independent charts for a little bit. So, and that's where I got introduced to music, is by my grandpa. And I just, ever since then, it's been in my blood. That and Pepsi. So, yeah.
I'm sitting here watching my daughter. She's in the other room, my 10-year-old I was telling you about. She's sitting here texting messages on the show tonight. She put up there earlier, "Do good, Dad." And then she says, "Doing good." And then she put another one up, "Dad, can I come in here?" She likes to be on the show too with me.
Oh, go right ahead. Go right ahead. The more the better. No, I'm okay, seriously, because I can't promise you my kids won't come in here. So.
I'm surprised that she ain't knocking on the door right now saying, "Hey, can I come in?"
Well, see, when I do my makeup lives, my kids are always in my lives, and there's no way around it. So you know what I do? If I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do a face tonight. If one of my boys walks in, they know they're gonna be the model, whether they like it or not. So they're getting makeup.
Come on in.
That is so sweet.
Hey.
Oh, that's what I was going to name my daughter. When my first son actually turned out to be a boy, I was going to name him Faith. But, they go again.
Well, I was looking at my.
Oh, she's so cute.
Where you at?
Oh,
that's my nephew's daughter. The one, the short one. The one with the glasses. Come on, Faith, get up. One with the, quit getting behind me. One with the glasses of Faith, my daughter.
Hi. You guys are so adorable.
She's always wanting to get on when I'm in here. Okay, y'all go play.
That's a good thing. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, I let her come in. Huh? Okay, I know you are. So, I mean, I'm happy she does. I hope one of these days she gets on real radio or real TV or do something, good in her life. I mean, I got an older daughter I was telling you yesterday. She's her and her husband back in college. He's a police officer, and she's working in HR now. She was studying nurse. Then she don't know what she wants to be. She went to accountant, and now she's in the HR. And I got a granddaughter I was telling you about. If she makes B's, she cries. She makes straight A's.
I have a son like that. My son, literally, if he makes anything lower than an A, he will have a major breakdown because he's so used to having straight A's and being on the honor roll. So this year has been hard for him, and I had to deal with the aftermath.
Well, it's hard for everybody this year, even the kids and the parents. But
he'll be happy when he gets to go back to school next year. Thank God.
There you go. With you and your kids and your songwriting and your husband and stuff, does he ever get involved in your songwriting?
Okay, so believe it or not, he is better with rhymes than I am. He is. If I'm stuck in my head and I have I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to figure out the song. It could be in the middle of the night, and he hates that. I'll wake him up in the middle of the night. I'm like, I can't sleep. I got the song in my head. I need something that rhymes with this and that. And he's like, are you kidding me, woman? I'm sleeping. He's like, you can't take care of this in the morning. I'm like, no, I'll lose it. We have an interesting relationship.
That's like I'm in the weather because of Oklahoma. I watch. I've got a program. I watch all the storms and stuff, see which way it's coming. And my wife will wake me up and say, "Hey, the wind's blowing real bad, and it's thunder and lightning. Is it a tornado? Huh? Go back to sleep." I did that one night.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
that one night, and it wasn't a tornado. It was the up in Kansas. I live close, about 95 miles from a refinery, and they done some remodeling to the rebuild it, as I call it, to the refinery, and they fired it up, and the gasket wasn't sealed, and it went boom, and it shook the windows like it does here when Fort Sill fires off during the daytime.
Oh my.
But it shook the windows real bad. She woke me up and said, "Hey, I think a tornado, a limb fell on the house." I said, "Well, go check." I rolled over and went back to sleep. I got to go to work.
Okay, seriously, that was my husband when that tornado came through. Was it in 2019 or 2020 last year? Because
Right.
it went from tornado to COVID in a week. And my husband had to go to work that next day, and I must have been pretty tired myself, or maybe it's just because I'm from Oklahoma.
Right.
But that tornado was like an F4 and F5. It ripped through, and we were sound asleep. We just heard. I can see through a tornado. Okay, I can, and it's embarrassing. But the next day we woke up, it was like, what the heck? we had no idea. We had no idea. It just looked like a third world country.
When I lived on the East Coast, and I know we're supposed to be talking about music, but you know me, after yesterday, we know each other. But when I was living on the East Coast, the hurricanes would come up from like South Carolina and stuff up through North Carolina, and I live probably 3 hours from the coast, and they come through, and I'd go to sleep with my first wife and my oldest daughter. It was a pine tree about yay big around sitting back there, right at our bedroom window. And I'm I was watching TV, and I said, I'm going to sleep. My mom and everybody called me, come over here. I said, no, I'm not coming nowhere. I woke up next morning, limbs all over the yard like you were talking about. And the big old tree was still right there. Like I said, it wasn't even far from the house. I mean,
oh man,
it was like,
that's crazy.
That's
crazy.
I just wish I could do like a lot of these artists, write a song and make it special with part of my life with tornadoes and hurricanes and stuff. It'd be pretty cool. I mean,
I think I wrote I love how Brad Paisley, how he writes his songs, and because he's so quirky and very witty, and I can really relate to that, especially with some of the songs that I do. So of course I had to write about one with the flood in my apartment. I was like, I don't know how to deal with this.
I was going to ask you yesterday about that.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't think I mentioned that yesterday to you, but no, I did. It's just really, really corny in my opinion. But my husband, because we were making fun of it eventually, and then I started in the car, and then he started rhyming with it. I'm like, oh, okay, we got a song. So he plays a little bit guitar, but
right.
Yeah, but he'll never do
that
to people.
All I can play, as they used to say, is go up there and turn the radio knob or the keyboard. I can't sing. I can't play a guitar, and you sure don't want me to try to play drums.
Oh, right? He can play drums. He can really play drums. Like, he can just bang on those things, and I mean, I got good rhythm too. Don't get me wrong, okay?
Right.
There are some things I cannot do. Like, for instance, I am not a powerhouse like Carrie Underwood. I do not even claim to be. So I would really have to be blue in the face to reach that level of, power.
Right. Well, as an artist, as a musician, you start somewhere along the line. It's just, even when we at church or something, or riding down the highway, I'll get in the mood of singing to the song. My wife says, "Shut up! You go run the song." You can't sing.
Which reminds me, so my first performance ever is when I was in Oklahoma, and we were going to this church, the Sunday school, and out of nowhere, the teacher was like, you guys are going to perform a song. And it was called Deep and Wide. I remember that. And there was only like 3 of us in there. And of course, me being the youngest, they had me up front singing. And what that performance, I was just like a Leanne Rhymes. Okay, I was just well, not in that, but like Martina McBride, I guess. I was just belting it out,
Right.
like 8 years old or something. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just having fun up there, you know. And after that happened, I was like, "Ooh, I want more," you know.
Well,
So
yeah. I
I was
mean,
just that was awesome.
you know, we was talking about music. Where do you pick some of the music where it's like the old style, or is it?
I am definitely a huge Loretta Lynn, Patsy Cline fan. That's where it started. I know it sounds cliche, but literally that's where I started. So I love
Well, I told
all
you
your
yesterday
yes.
where you know how old I was. You know where I'm going with that.
You're not that old.
Well, what I'm saying with the music, like Johnny Cash,
I love Johnny Cash. Oh my god.
Waylon, Willie, Hee Haw, you
Yes.
know, all the, Dolly Parton,
And Minnie Pearl.
Oh God, we
Yes.
can't forget Minnie Pearl,
No, no, no. I mean, honestly,
Roy Acuff,
if
you
I
know.
could go back in time, my mother said sometimes she swears I was born in a different lifetime because of my taste and everything. She goes, "You are not from this lifetime." I swear. She goes, "If I wasn't, if I wasn't Christian," she goes, "I swear you were reincarnated." And you know, and I was like, "Thanks, Mom. I appreciate that." So,
Well, all that music is coming back to a certain extent. I
yeah.
mean, a lot. I I was talking to a friend there in Tennessee. I met him not too long ago. He was out here traveling up from uh, his brothers going back to Tennessee. He stopped by the house, and we got to talking, and we was talking about the older style music and stuff. And he plays it too, the older style country, and he gets some silly stuff in there. I mean, that's where some of the good songs come from.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
you see something like what you talking about, and I hate to do this, the flood yesterday, or at your house,
Mm-hmm.
too. Uh, and then you can't get mad. At first you're upset, but then you sit back and you laugh about it and then you start writing a song about it, or it's like I put up the greenhouse where I live. I live in Oklahoma. Wind blows, you know.
Oh my
So,
gosh. I think it was last year also. We were on our way to Oklahoma and we were just past the Cinnamon Turnpike. I think I'm saying that right. And we were coming up to this hotel exactly. Our car decided to literally have a breakdown on the side of the road. We had no signal. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. We were so late already, and we broke down. The car broke down. Crystal like, why is this happening? We can't get a hold of anybody. We had no signal. My phone died. The battery would not turn over. Nothing.
right.
Horrible. We're gonna talk about that too.
Okay, Jill introduced us to us, Nashville Entertainment. She introduced us to you. Uh, they are a good organization.
Yes.
They help out, all the artists and radio stations that's out there, and they got their own thing going too. But Jill was saying something about your songs and stuff, your music. How many new songs have you got out right now?
Well, right now that's what I'm trying to work on. So I have them. They need to be mixed and mastered, and they are working on a website, and they're working on a platform for me right now. Spotify, Apple, so I can actually have those out, so they are well being listened to because I want people to listen to my music.
Right. I
Um,
know you're gonna send something my way.
I'm definitely gonna sit. Of course. I would be like, and the thing is, okay, my song "In God's Hands" that was played before COVID ever happened.
Right.
That was actually I think top 3, with the Black Dog with Phil Kranz, and that's how I kind of found out about uh Jill and TJ, it was through Phil.
Right.
And I also performed with Jimmy Parker at the Music City Bar and Grill. And I had a lot of things lined up. And then literally, like, COVID happened and everything that I had set up, gone. Just, I was like, kind of like everybody else. Like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah.
I had it going. I did play at the CMA Fest, though, back in 2019. I love that. That was
Well,
awesome.
things are still starting to change.
Yeah.
I know May the 15th, Trace Acton's going to be out here at Fort Sill, Lawton, Oklahoma, at 6 o'clock, free show. So come on down. We'll get together out there and do another interview.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely be there. You have to remind me. Yeah.
I'll remind you, May the 15th at 6 o'clock at Fort Sill.
Oh, I'll be here. I'll definitely be here. So no, I was just so excited about everything. Believe it or not, the manager here at the hotel, she was actually once doing music, and she was telling me she got to perform at the Grand Ole Opry as a guest before. And she was, and I'm just like over here talking about I'm getting talent or something. She's telling me all this. I'm like, where did this come from? And she was like, yeah, go. She's like, you can definitely play. Go ahead and play. She's like, there's a fireplace, and she's like, and if you want to do a partner, and
there you
just
go.
the sweetest person ever,
There you go.
And she was like, there's so many great people from Oklahoma. I'm like, I know, I'm one of them. Oh.
Tell her you the sister to Reba McEntire.
Okay, so get this. My husband's, my mother-in-law, her sister actually knows Reba McEntire. They're actually friends before she got famous. Okay. So I never met her. Never met her. So
that's like Alabama, the band Alabama.
Yeah.
When my dad was alive, he was a bricklayer. He was laying brick at a guy's house, and we was talking about the band Alabama, and the guy said, yeah, my cousin up here drives the bus. I'm saying, cool, get me an autograph from them. Never happened, but we seen them in person, and we got in the Charlotte newspaper up there because we square dancing. The group I was with, we square dance on weekends. And I couldn't do it today, but we did it back then, square dance with the Alabama at the stadium. So.
Oh, that's amazing. And how does that even happen?
Well, we was up in Charlotte, watching Alabama, and one of their songs, I forgot which one it was now, but it come on as perfect. It was like 6 of us, and we just got to cutting up, walking out in the middle, dancing and stuff. And we just started towards the back. And the next thing we know, the next day in the Charlotte paper talking about people square dancing up there and clogging at the Alabama concert. So
that's awesome.
That's just like going. I love going to concerts. I've seen a lot of independent artists like you. I've seen a lot of professional artists like Toby. Well, I hadn't seen Toby, but I've seen Vince Gill and some of them. Out here, I've seen Reba. I finally got to see her. But it's fun to listen now. To me, it's more interesting to listen to the independent artists like you. Mm-hmm. Than some of the professionals that play every day, until the virus hit. They play every day out on the road. It's nice to go to like here in Madison Park, they got a stage, and go hear some band, bluegrass band or, stuff like that. It's like Scott Sharp, the guy I was telling you about earlier. He was here at my house singing. He brought his guitar in, and he pulled up in his camper, and he was on the way home. So he stopped by here for about 3 hours, and it was amazing.
Oh, wow. I love it when those things happen.
I love for artists to pull up and just next time, hopefully him and his wife comes out or somebody comes down. I'll figure out if when they come, and I'll put some meat on the smoker, and we'll just sit out in the backyard and have a good time.
That sounds yeah. You put on that smoker, and I'll be there. So.
Come on, bring your husband, kids. We'll have something in the backyard. Bring your guitar.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, we're definitely all in for that. I am. I tell you, I'm just in that sense. I'm definitely like your country girl all the way.
Well,
I was just
like I told you yesterday, I was raised in the country, and my accent sometimes tells it. A lot of people out here in Oklahoma. Where are you from? You ain't from Oklahoma, are you? No.
Still sound like
North Carolina.
I'm telling you.
This is supposed to be about you, not me. So let's get back to your music and stuff.
No, that's great. Actually, Jill made a she actually made a Facebook page. It's Christa White, not Christa White Music, just Christa White.
Right.
And so hopefully that one's gonna take off. This is like my third web page, but she did such a good job on it.
Yeah, she could.
And but Jill and TJ, they are. I can't say enough good things about them.
I can't either. Jill's. I've talked to Jill about the artists and stuff, and then I done. TJ wanted to do a little story on me with the radio station and stuff, and we done that a while back, and it's wonderful. I sit here and I try to do my best because I told you everything I've done, I've learned on my own or whatever. I never went to school for it. So, but they got the act down. What I was going to post what I told you yesterday I was going to post, but then when we couldn't do it, I was going to go back and change it. And the next thing I know, Jill done posted, and I said, well, heck, I'll just use her post, about the show.
That'll work. I know. And she's, like I said, I told you earlier, I said, you are so dang talented. I'm like,
yes.
I was like, I should hire her to do my post for Unique too. Because, I'm a consultant for Unique, I love selling their mascara and everything. Well, I love sharing it. I should say I love sharing it because the best mascara ever. And I was like, dang girl, you're good.
Yeah,
I didn't know what to say about it. I was like, wow.
If I sit down and worked on it, I probably could be better than I am right now. I do decent for what I do. But like Nightwave Radio website I was telling you about, I built that whole page. I need to go on.
Well, see, and I could never do anything like that, So, and you could tell you obviously had that passion too.
Well, I love country music. I love what I'm doing for the artist.
And we appreciate it. We appreciate it. We highly appreciate it.
What I try to tell all the artists, because it's y'all, it's Nightwave Radio or High Tide Country or whatever you get heard on. But it's like this Nightwave Live show we doing now. It's all about y'all. It's not really about the radio station. Yes, I put it on, but it's about the artists. It's about how hard they work. Some of them have to have second jobs to feed their family,
Definitely.
They can't survive, off of what, you go to Tennessee. When I was growing up, talking about Tennessee, I thought Tennessee was pure country, growing up, and soul, with Charlie Pride and all of them there. But then over the years, I've learned it's just not only country, it's everything else there too.
Oh, there's a mix. Yeah.
And it's like here with me and Nightwave Radio, I want it for the artists. I want it for all independent country artists or gospel or it, country's always had a little rock to it. So the rocking country. But I'm here for the artists to get them out there, to get them heard, to get their music out there, to get them on this show. It, yeah, we've got off a little bit of what I wanted to do tonight, but it's been fun.
Oh,
You know,
I will love. I mean, I definitely want to play for you guys. I definitely do. I'm ready to play.
I'm losing you again.
Let me.
There you go.
All right, but no, I definitely want to play for you guys. But my equipment kind of got damaged.
Well, yeah, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, like you said, you're just getting a new Facebook page built.
Yeah.
You just told me your music's going to be on Spotify, CD Baby, and places like that. When you get it up, we need to get that out there. Now we're getting it out there, but when you get it up, let me know so we can get it out there.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited. This is like a dream come true for me. It really is. And I know a lot of people, coming into this music business, and I've been at it for a very, very long time. And as much as like default or things that I ran into, like having kids back to back or having to move, okay? If you got that passion there, that drive, it's not going to stop you. It might take a bit to get there, but it's not going to.
It's talking about you've been around the music world for a long time. I've been around it, but as an artist, you know what it takes.
It's a lot of work.
And all the young artists. Right. All the young artists out there that I've seen, 16 and 15 that come on these reality music shows like American Idol, The Voice, and stuff. It's back like if you work as hard as Blake Shelton said he had to, because he come up doing music, but it took him a long time before he got where he's at today.
Oh yeah. I mean, honestly, I had the thought of going to Nashville just like everybody else, thinking I'm going to get there, doors are going to open up, I'm just going to do my thing. It doesn't work out quite like that, but it's nice to dream of. I mean, it's nice to go there with goals, and definitely have that dream and have that fire and make a name for yourself,
So what you're saying, if you had that, I'm trying to get in. If you had that magic wand, you would.
Yeah, if I had that magic Disney wand, I could just transpire myself.
There you go.
That would be great. I mean, who wouldn't love that, right? So, but no, I was like everybody else, because I told my mom, I said, hey, I'm moving to Nashville. I told this to her in middle school. And I learned how to read a map for that reason. But my thought was, I was like, okay, as soon as I go down there, I'm going to hear music coming off that highway. I mean, you talk about just.
I can barely hear you again.
Okay, hold on. Is that better?
There you go.
There you go. Okay.
I don't know what happens to whatever you're using, it hides the mic or whatever.
That's just so me. I could be next to a printer and it would stop working. Just a second.
I tell you what, let's do this again.
Okay, sounds good.
Give me a holler when you get your guitar fixed. And hopefully by then all your other stuff will be together with CD Baby and everything. I mean, if it's next week, I don't care. We can do another show next week.
Oh, I would love
So you have a good night. God bless you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Let's do this again.
All right.
Holler at me when you're ready. I appreciate you coming. I appreciate the time yesterday. You're a great artist from what I'm seeing. Give me some music to me and I'll get it on the radio station. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. You have a great night.
Same to you. Go eat you something because I know your husband's done got your food there.
Oh, Taco Bell.
Oh, We eat leftovers, the spaghetti I told you I made. So
Hey, I like those too. I like to eat. I'm not. That's probably. I like to eat.
wait a minute. So I love to eat too. God bless you. Have a good night. Take care. All right. Bye bye.